One night, IShowSpeed convinced millions of kids to hand over their money to a scam he didn't even know was a scam. And one of the men behind it, who paid Speed to do this, was just arrested in one of the biggest drug busts in UK history. Speed almost lost everything: his career, his reputation, and his fans' trust. All because one night, he said yes to the wrong person. In November 2022, Speed was 17 with 13 million subscribers, most of them kids copying everything he did. On the other side of the world, two guys were looking at that exact number and picking who they were gonna use. Paradox Metaverse was a crypto project run out of London by two brothers, Amir Talio and Faisal Tariq, and the promise was
10 times to 100 times multiple of this when they invest into the projects.
But here's the problem. The game didn't even exist. It was a free template dressed up as a real game, and the only way to profit was if more people kept buying in. It's a pyramid scheme. So they needed money fast. That's when a 17-year-old with 13 million young fans became the perfect person to fix that problem. Speed never said publicly how much he got paid for the Paradox promotion, and the brothers never said it either. What we do know is the deal happened, he got flown out to London for the launch, and he showed up wearing Paradox merch, reading a clearly sponsored script. Whatever they paid him, it was enough to get him there. The stream is sold as two things: a PlayStation 5 giveaway and a meetup with Cristiano Ronaldo. But it's just a look-alike, wearing a Paradox coin shirt. And when he tries to play soccer,
like, just do something. Like this.
To enter the giveaway, viewers have to follow accounts, retweet posts, and engage with Paradox Metaverse. The chat catches it almost immediately. Viewers start typing the same word over and over.
Scammer,
Scam.
scam.
You sold out. They're using you, Speed. This is just sad.
That is crazy, bro. Like, them comments like that, bro, is making me like, that's crazy, bro. The fact y'all ever make me, like, chat, the fact that y'all like, y'all just sticking me like that is just crazy. I hate that, bro. Y'all so weird, bro.
He tells his moderators to start banning anyone calling the coin a scam. But there's one moment Speed probably didn't even realize was happening, and it's the part that made this look like way more than just a cheap sponsorship. Speed tries to mute his mic, but he doesn't fully mute it.
No. I'm not gonna say that, because then it's gonna be obvious, bro.
He's not trying to defend the project. He seems to be trying to figure out how to keep people from catching on. And that moment changes everything. The stream keeps going for hours. The coin gets listed. People start buying in, and for a second, it actually looks like it worked. But it doesn't, because someone outside the stream was already looking into everything. His name was Stephen Findyson, but most people know him as CoffeeZilla. And by November 2022, he'd already taken down some of the biggest crypto scams on the internet. He reaches out to the Paradox founders, asks for an interview, and the founders make the dumbest decision of their entire life. They say yes. The interview is 2 hours of CoffeeZilla taking the brothers apart on their own turf. He gets them to walk through the project, asks how the returns will be sustained, and the brothers start tripping over their own answers immediately. They showed this confusing chart from their own website. He keeps pushing, pointing out that the kind of returns they're promising just don't work without new buyers paying the old ones. The brothers push back, bring up Tesla for some reason, and that's when CoffeeZilla loses it.
It's hard for me to be quote-quote professional when y'all are dodging my question. If y'all want to answer
We
my
haven't
question,
dodged a single question. Ask us the question.
great. Advertising 10x to 100x, is that a get-rich-quick scheme? Yes or no?
No. Why? Because it's easy.
The video exposing the scam gets uploaded, and after that, everything changes. Paradox coin starts collapsing. The market value drops from around 100 million to 70 almost overnight. And in just a few days, the entire project is dead. On Twitter, people were saying,
CoffeeZilla just ended Speed's whole career in 12 minutes.
Speed got played so hard, it's actually sad.
On the other side, Speed is still in London for the same launch event. And now he has to deal with everything in real life. He goes live the next morning to play soccer with some friends, just trying to stream like everything is normal. But the second he goes live, his chat goes crazy.
Scam. IShowScam.
And this time, he can't just ban everyone and move on, because CoffeeZilla's video is already out, everyone's already seen it, and there's nowhere he can hide from it. And in front of his entire audience, he said,
I do so much stuff for y'all, bro. I made a little mistake, you know, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro. A day of my life, I would never scam you guys. Just remember that, bro.
Then he deletes the original stream, wipes everything, every Paradox post from his social media within hours. And the only reason any of it still exists today is because some people saved it before he could take it down. CoffeeZilla called it one of the worst crypto schemes he'd ever covered. But at the time, none of us knew that the man behind Paradox was already planning something far worse.
I'm not a scammer, bro.
That line doesn't end anything. It just splits everything in half, because the people who already trust him take that as the truth, while everyone else hears it and thinks the exact opposite.
Speed knew exactly what he was doing.
Nah, he's just dumb and he's 17. Leave him alone.
The platform let this happen and y'all are blaming a kid?
Now the whole conversation shifts, because instead of people talking about the coin itself, they start arguing about Speed, about whether he knew what he was doing, or was just clueless. But the one thing that actually matters just gets ignored. No one is getting their money back. The story should have ended there. Speed apologized, and CoffeeZilla moved on, but one of the Paradox founders kept going. And what happened next had nothing to do with crypto, but it turned this into way more than a normal YouTube scam. In the days after CoffeeZilla's video drops, with the coin already crashing and his project falling apart in public, Amio doesn't go quiet and he doesn't disappear. Instead, he does the opposite. He goes online and starts going at people. On November 23rd, CoffeeZilla drops a follow-up video called
IShowSpeed scammer threatens his haters.
And it's not clickbait. Amio starts finding small TikTok accounts, people posting quick memes calling the project a scam, and he's going into their comments and threatening them directly. At one point, he puts what amounts to a £5,000 bounty on one of them, telling his own followers to track the kid down.
$5K to the person that grabs this guy and brings him to me. I want to see this trolls in real life. He's from and send his mom's address.
In a message to a small TikToker named Naeem, a kid with a few hundred followers who had posted a clip making fun of the project. Amio said it in his own words.
Watch when I catch you, I'm gonna smash your teeth in. Every single time you look at your face in the mirror, you're gonna see your broke up nose bust up in 20 different places. That's what I'm gonna do.
CoffeeZilla, in his own words during the breakdown, called Amio.
On Amio Talio, the founder, who in my opinion is a danger to himself and others.
And the video just keeps going, clip after clip of how Amio was acting before all of this. You see him picking fights with people at the gym.
What the
What are you swearing?
What?
Who you swearing at?
Taking a picture of me.
I'm taking a selfie, you bitch. Don't swear at me. Swear at me.
Yo, nobody.
What you talking about? Don't name me, bro. What? Don't stop getting nippy now. Don't worry, 1 second.
You see him throwing insults at the guy and his family. And there's even a video where he tries to grab the delivery robot, but people come outside and ask what he's doing. So he gives up, gets back in his car, and right after he gets in, he says,
"We are the worst criminals ever."
Some of these clips were deleted, but they're still in CoffeeZilla's video. And while this is happening, while a grown man is leaving voicemails about smashing a teenager's teeth in and asking for the kid's mom's address, Speed is on stream playing FIFA. The man who paid him to do that giveaway stream is openly threatening violence against teenagers on the internet, and Speed is acting like none of it is happening. People react to it almost immediately.
This dude went from "we're not a scam" to leaving voicemails about people's moms in like 3 days.
And he hasn't said one word about it since.
That last one matters, because Speed says nothing through any of it. But the thing is, do you even think he needs to say anything? For a long time, people thought the Paradox story basically ended there. The coin crashed. The project died, Amio freaked out, and everyone just moved on. The end of story. But it wasn't. In early 2026, a UK newspaper called The Guardian drops an investigation that changes everything. It links Faisal Tariq, Amio's brother and co-founder of Paradox, to a warehouse unit in Northampton, England that had just been raided by a UK health agency. And this wasn't small. It was reportedly the biggest raid of its kind the country had ever seen. From The Guardian's reporting, Tariq is listed as the director of the company tied to that unit. Orders for the drugs were running through another company, which shared an address with yet another business under his name. And at the bottom of one of those websites, there was a link. And when you clicked it, it took you to a domain that had been used before by Paradox Studios, the same studio behind Paradox Metaverse. No charges have been filed against Tariq directly after the raid, because the investigation is focused on the drug operation, not the crypto side. But the picture you get is pretty clear. These aren't people who ran one shady project in 2022 and disappeared. The crypto thing didn't work. So they moved on to something else, and that something else ended up being one of the biggest illegal drug busts in UK history. These are the people Speed went on stream and told his 13 million subscribers to invest with. It started as a giveaway, then it became financial damage, and 4 years later it became one of the biggest illegal drug raids in the country. Speed moved on, his fans moved on too, but the damage they caused, not to their wallets, but to their own bodies trying to get close to him, that's a different story, and that video is right here.